Look, I think the problem really is that we have a world which is not slowing right now, certainly in the industrial world. And central banks desperately need need their economies to slow a little more to bring down inflation. Inflation has come down, but it is leveling off in some ways. And so I think the jury is still out on how much more they need to do. It's possible that the Fed pauses this time around, but says this doesn't mean that we've stopped. We're just taking a look at the economy, and they may well have to do more. So I am not so optimistic that things will start improving later in the year. We first got to get inflation down.
And that's the worrying part, isn't it? Because, I mean, right now markets are pricing in excess of an 80% chance of the Fed doing nothing, staying its hand 13th and 14th of this month, which is next week. But pricing in a 1 in 2 chance of them actually having to hike again in July. What does that tell you?
Yeah, that probably says that the Fed is not done. I think that is what that's the message the Fed will send out. Yes, we are not hiking this time. We're taking our time to take a look at what's really going on. It'll give us another month and a half to see that, and then we'll decide whether we pause again or we hike. And at this point, with inflation really not coming down significantly, and the labor market's still extremely tight. I think the Fed really can't say pause, and certainly not say it will. I think the market betting is that it'll start cutting sometime later in the year. I think that's very optimistic.
Let's talk about consequences. We talked about the risks to growth, but probably more important, what are the risks of recession right now as central banks, including the Fed, seem to have to keep going?
Yeah, I mean, currently the reason they have to keep going is because the economies are chugging along at such a dramatic pace, even though we've seen 500 basis points in rate hikes. Of course, the real interest rate is still relatively low. And, if the Fed does pause this time, it'll be relative to past episodes, they'll be pausing at a real interest rate which is much lower than the level at which they paused previously. That would suggest that pause, certainly a permanent stop in rate hikes, is going to be unprecedented and probably unlikely.
Hi, I'm Emily Tan, and thanks for watching CNBC. You can check out more of our videos by clicking on the boxes on the screen, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more. Thanks for watching.